and gentlemen, we are bringing to you a special broadcast on the News Hour tonight, right here from our studios, outdoor studios in Noida, and we are going to do our rundown to the election day tomorrow, the counting day tomorrow, when you'll know who's the winner. But even before that can actually happen, there is mayhem. Mayhem because the very validity of the constitution that gives the right of voting, of selecting their own mandate to the citizens of India is being questioned by 22 political parties. But political parties are involved in a slugfest because they not only want to question the mandate of people, they're questioning everything in the book, including how these EVMs will be wrong. And this is despite 3 times the Supreme Court saying that they are not going to listen to this plea of the opposition. The Election Commission holding multiple meetings with them, including inviting them for a hackathon. The ball is back into the court of the opposition parties, which are questioning the norms once again, 12 hours before counting really will begin. The question the country is asking today is this only a question of questioning the EVMs? Because there have been statements that have come out from leaders of RLSP, like Mr. Kushwaha, who says if his leader, if his mandate is not the victorious mandate, then there will be bloodshed. And they sit with revolvers in these press conferences. And senior leader, the CPM chief, General Secretary of the CPI, Mr. Sitaram Yechuri, actually tweets out and says that there really could be a law and order situation tomorrow. Is this what they want? Is this what they want to do to the democracy of India? Let's listen in to the various voices from the opposition that came in today.
Supreme Court is not a perfect body. They are not God, that they can't default. The position of Election Commission, that one commissioner is revolting. His even dissent is being not taken on record. So that has become now a farcical body.
क्या EVMs की विश्वसनीयता बढ़ाने के लिए आप कुछ काम नहीं करेंगे और EVMs को इलेक्ट्रॉनिक विक्ट्री मशीन्स बना देंगे बीजेपी के लिए? क्या इसका कारण यह है कि चुनाव आयोग के जो 2 अक्षर हैं अंग्रेजी में EC, इलेक्शन कमीशन, उसका सही मतलब है एनफीबल्ड कमीशन?
यह रवैया इन लोगों का अगर आगे जारी रहा तो सड़कों पर खून बहेगा। लोगों में इतना आक्रोश है। हम सचेत करना चाहते हैं प्रशासन और शासन में बैठे हुए लोगों को। अभी से आप लोग इस रवैया को बंद कीजिए, वरना जनता के आक्रोश को नहीं संभालने की जवाबदेही आपके ऊपर होगी। जो कुछ भी घटनाएं दुर्घटनाएं होगी जिसकी आशंका दिख रही है, तो सारी जवाबदेही आपके ऊपर होगी।
एक नागरिक होने के नाते हथियार मैं उठाने के लिए तैयार हूं। हथियार मेरे हाथ में है। लोग तैयारी करें, चले, नेता लोग अगुवाई करें और चले, और इस लोकतंत्र की लड़ाई को पूरी ताकत के साथ मिलजुल करके हम लोग लड़े।
And even as we speak, the Chief Election Commissioner is calling up each and every state Chief Election Officer. 29 states, each one of them getting a call from the Chief Election Commissioner to ensure that at no stage should the counting process be hindered, and how to handle political parties and how to take care of their agents, their candidates, and ensure that there is no snag in the counting. Not only this, the Election Commission has also written to the Home Ministry asking them to ensure law and order and proper protection for counting centers, because now the opposition parties have actually promised that there could be mayhem if their mandate is not the victorious one. And that's the debate. That's the legitimate question that we're asking on the News Hour tonight. Is it right for opposition parties to question the legitimacy and the mandate of the people by inciting violence? That's the question.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
I open up to my panel that's been with us throughout this election. And up goes Garga Chatterjee's hand. Yes, Garga Chatterjee, what is it that's troubling you today on the eve of counting?
When you say that you mentioned two incidents and then you use the broad term, okay, opposition parties, and also the sanctity of the constitution, election, etc. We had Shakti Maharaj said that there will be no elections if Modi is elected this time or BJP is elected this time. Would you attribute that to the BJP? And what does that show about the BJP's respect for the constitution?
Sitaram
and
Yechuri
everything?
Doesn't belong to the opposition. Mr. Kushwaha doesn't.
Of course they do. And doesn't Shakti Maharaj belong to the BJP? Hasn't BJP said that there will be no voting after this? It's very important.
Navika,
do you refer to that in those generalized terms?
Their chief minister disrespected the very ethos of constitution. She said Narendra Modi is not my prime minister. For what? Not for electoral purposes. For Cyclone Fani to have a meeting, she said I won't meet him. If that is not disrespecting the constitution, then what is? Forget it. That is more the point.
देखिए मैं एक बहुत छोटी सी बात इसलिए कहना चाहता हूँ क्योंकि देश देख रहा है इस प्रोग्राम को। याद रखिए गिरिराज सिंह किसी को पाकिस्तान नहीं भेज पाए थे। 69% ने मोदी को वोट नहीं किया था। मैं यहीं बैठा हूं। इसलिए ये जो बातें हैं ये चुनावी स्पर है। ये लोग बेवकूफाना बातें कर जाते हैं।
आज आप
मैं लड़ाई झगड़े की बात कर रहा हूँ, मैं मारकाट की बात कर रहा हूँ, मैं आगजनी की बात कर रहा हूँ, मैं बंदूक वाली बात कर रहा हूँ। ये चुनावी स्पर है। दो बातें कह रहा हूँ ना, ये चुनावी स्पर है जिसके अंदर कुछ लोग बेवकूफाना बात करते, चाहे कोई भी हो, चाहे गिरिराज हो, चाहे कुशवाहा हो। इसलिए उस बात पे ना जाए और देश को बरगलाने की जरूरत नहीं। दूसरी बात ईवीएम की, नाविका जी, जिस देश में सुप्रीम कोर्ट के चीफ जस्टिस कहते हैं कि आप हमको सवाल कीजिए, क्रिटिसाइज कीजिए, पर इंसल्ट मत कीजिए, ये ऑन रिकॉर्ड है। उसी तरीके से ईसीआई को सवाल किया जा सकता है, ईसीआई की प्रोसेस को सवाल किया जा सकता है। इंसल्ट कोई नहीं करता, पर सवाल करने को इंसल्ट मान लेना ये अपने आप में गलत है।
नेहा जोशी, I want to ask you, is this the insult of the people? Or is it the insult of these political parties in the opposition?
For once, निशांत वर्मा जी ने जो बात कही, इलेक्शन खत्म हो गए। इलेक्शन के टाइम पे बहुत सारे नेता बहुत तरीकों की बात करते हैं, शायद यही इलेक्शन की ब्यूटी भी है। लेकिन इलेक्शन खत्म हो गए हैं। यही लोग थे जिनको आप कह रहे थे 46 डिग्री गर्मी में खड़ी होकर हमारे लिए वोट करो, बटन दबाओ। सारे न्यूज चैनल्स कैंपेन कर रहे थे। आज आप उन सब लोगों की इंटेलेक्ट को क्वेश्चन कर रहे हैं। आप इलेक्शन कमीशन के हजारों लाखों कर्मचारियों को, डिस्ट्रिक्ट कमिश्नर्स, मैजिस्ट्रेट्स, पुलिस पर्सनल, आप सबको क्वेश्चन कर रहे हैं।
अपनी जगह पे एकदम सही है, सबने वोट किया है, लेकिन क्या वो वोटिंग मशीन सेफ है? क्या वो ट्रक के अंदर घूम रही है?
आप सिर्फ एक साइकोसिस फैला रहे हैं क्योंकि आप हार रहे हैं। There are losers, there are sole losers, and there is the opposition in India who stands to be sole loser. I'm calling them boss.
How can you call them sole losers? निशांत वर्मा, सवाल सिर्फ इतना है कि ये जो मुद्दा था, आपने इलेक्शन से पहले, इलेक्शन के दौरान और इलेक्शन के 5th फेज के बाद तीनों बार you took it to the Supreme Court.
नहीं, आपका बात बिल्कुल सही है।
The Supreme Court. And today,
बिल्कुल सही है। अरे जवाब मैं देता हूँ ना।
1 minute.
उसमें चीफ
अरे सर, आचार्य साहब,
4 साल पहले
आप ही ने तो शुरू किया था।
चीफ मिनिस्टर आज खड़ा है निर्वाचन सदन के सामने, क्या उसका वहाँ पे क्वेश्चन नहीं उठाया जाएगा? तो उसको तो इस्तीफा देना चाहिए था पहले।
नाविका जी, जिस व्यक्ति की ये बात कर रहे हैं, ये कल तक इनके साथ था और नरसिम्हा राव के फॉरवर्ड इन्होंने लिखा।
वहाँ पे खड़ा होकर के बोल रहा है, तो इसका मतलब दिसंबर में उसका चुनाव।
Mr. Dinakar Lanka, I want to ask you very calmly, when Mr. Udit Raj today says that Supreme Court is not God, and therefore it may have made an error in taking this decision about the EVMs. You think you will question the Election Commission, the Supreme Court? Are these political parties not destroying institutions and the very democracy of India?
First, I would like to spell out about your introductional remarks itself is not absolutely correct, because it is not EVM that is going to be counted tomorrow. Control unit, postal ballots and VVPATs together is giving final results. As far as VVPATs are concerned, Let you complete.
Is VVPAT existing without the EVM? Unless you press the EVM, is there a VVPAT?
The Election Commission has given a certain explanation by means of letter. Just now, I also received that. There are some instances when the result button press, if results not come, if there is a discrepancy between Form 17C to the control unit, if there is a discrepancy in any other way, in such case VVPAT should be get count. That means this Election Commission itself does know that there is no sensitive for control units. This is the clarity. This is the clarity. That means
Mr. Shehzad Poonawalla has the technology. 1 minute. Has the technology, has the protocol changed? 1 minute. Has the technology, has the protocol changed between 2009, 2013 and today? Mr. Shehzad Poonawalla, आज इनको याद आ रहा है
BJP defending ECI. Shehzad bhai, why is ECI?
1 minute, listen to
heard everybody patiently.
Listen to it.
Show some courtesy.
When I am delivering, your people have interrupted. You have interrupted. That means that
Mr. Dinakar Lanka.
It is the Election Commission which has given rules.
Mr. Dinakar Lanka.
I have proposed a rule. I have issued any letter. Election Commission has issued the letter today.
Mr. Dinakar Lanka. All right. Mr. Dinakar Lanka.
Control units. That's why they rely on VVPAT.
All right, Mr. Dinakar Lanka. This protocol existed in 2014 in all elections since then. So, in case of a discrepancy, you will have, your candidate will have the right to question that and ask for a recounting.
नाविका जी, सवाल ये है कि भाजपा जो है वो ECI का इतना डिफेंस क्यों करती है? उसका जवाब ये है कि चौकीदार चोर है और चौकीदार की दाढ़ी में तिनका है और जब दाढ़ी में तिनका है तभी तो चौकीदार चोर है.
1 minute. All right. Let's be. All right. 1 minute. Let's, this is the problem with too much democracy. This is the problem with too much democracy. Well,
you want to beat the opposition.
I want to ask you.
You want to kill the opposition. You want to beat and kill the opposition like you are doing in Kakinada today.
Why don't I keep...
You are bombing trains in Kakinada today.
All right.
Arjun Singh is bombing trains in Kakinada today. Is your BJP candidate after the polls?
All right. Let me get you to answer that question. Calm down.
I have no clue that when tomorrow in less than 12 hours we are going to count the EVMs, why everybody, including people on my side, are screaming out their lungs, save this for tomorrow. 1 second. Thank you for your endorsement, Nishan Verma. That's the only endorsement I need. Nothing more from you.
Okay.
Now, my limited point is that all of them are saying that we want to save the constitution, save the democracy, but can you save the constitution by creating disaffection against the institutions that constitute the constitution? Point number 1. Point number 2, this is a habitual behavior of the opposition. Whichever institution doesn't give them a mandate as per their requirement, whether it's the Supreme Court, Chief Justice of India or anybody else, they start criticizing it. Now my only limited point is that instead of putting Dal Hit and Parivar Hit, for a change put Desh Hit, whoever wins, the system and the constitution and the country should not lose.
I want to tell you a few facts. I'm coming to you, Sabha. I want to tell you a few facts. When members of parliament come and take oath, you know what they say? They say, I shall uphold sovereignty and integrity of India. But what has Rahul Gandhi said? EC has surrendered to Modi. When they come as parliamentarians, you know what they swear? They say, I will bear true faith and allegiance to the constitution. What is Upendra Kushwaha saying today? That there will be bloodshed. Because the constitution is being followed in holding elections every 5 years. When they come to parliament, you know what oath they take? They say, I shall faithfully discharge my duty to India. And today what has Udit Raj said? Apex code is not God. It too can be flawed.
Can I make a point? Allow me, gentlemen, over the Navika, on the eve of the counting of the election, I think what Mr. Kushwaha is saying, he should probably put under some kind of preventive custody by the administration over there. Okay. Because for a candidate who is going to issue these kind of threats is a serious. It's not acceptable. Let me be very clear about.
What about Sitaram Yechuri, who tweets that there could be a law and order situation?
I have not seen the tweet, but Sita could be referring. Can I finish? Can I finish?
1 minute. Let her finish.
I think I don't know, but I suspect he's fearing the kind of violence that could be there in Bengal in the event of an upset. That could be a legitimate concern about the law and order situation. That is what he could be tweeting, but I don't know.
So Garga Chatterjee, shouldn't Mamata Banerjee be really worried about maintaining law and order in a democracy like India?
It is very important. Right now, there are developments you have to report. Arjun Singh has bombed trains in Kakinada. He has bombed trains. There's a BJP candidate. Okay?
You know
and he has not been taken into. Central forces are being kept. Central forces are being kept who are completely biased. Who are completely biased. And these uncultured goons of BJP have come. And they've been brought from Bihar, Jharkhand. Uncultured goons of BJP from Bihar, Jharkhand have been brought. And they're bombing trains in Bengal.
Who is in charge of law? Sadanand Dhume.
Who have been brought from Bihar, Jharkhand?
Who is Sadanand Dhume as an
there's a standard operating procedure that the election commission
I'm coming to you. Sadanand Dhume, I want to ask you this kind of, do you call this an actual championship where the players are now questioning the rules after the match is over? Is this really fair?
At this stage, I think we have to look back first of all. India is renowned for conducting free and fair elections. It's
and peaceful.
A very good reputation.
Peaceful elections.
Peaceful transfer of power is one of the hardest things to do in a democracy. India has mastered this over and over. If what these are just sort of little noises, frustrations, we'll know only in the next 48 hours, then I think it's just part of India's rambunctious democracy. Hopefully we move on. If it escalates into something more serious, that would be very tragic. And what they are doing by raising these questions is irresponsible.
Aren't these calls inciting that violence?
Yes, absolutely irresponsible.
Irresponsible?
It is deeply irresponsible to question the legitimacy of an election.
Well, Sadanand Dhume brings in a voice of reason and Neerja Chaudhary, and I want you to pay respect. I'm coming to you, Shefali.
Navika, Udit Raj says EC is not God,
Supreme Court is not God.
All right, they may be flawed, but who is going to finally settle this issue? Is it going to be a collegium of the opposition? Is it going to be a ruling party? Who's ultimately at the end of the day, we've got to go by the
laws of the land, the Constitution of India.
And we can talk about improving and bringing reforms afterwards, which the opposition has been raising these questions. But tomorrow, I hope we will accept whatever the verdict with grace.
Well, voice of reason coming, but Mr. Abdul Razak Khan, everybody is questioning the opposition's fairness in raising these questions today and inciting violence. The biggest charge on you is that you are inciting violence, and it's a serious charge because, as Sadanand Dhume says, the world has seen democracy hand over the baton from one government to the next because the government is an entity in continuum. Parties may come and go, but the government is an entity in continuum. Are you actually challenging that because you are sore losers and just based on exit poll?
Now, Navika, let the real results come out. You will know who are the losers and who are the winners.
तो इतने nervous क्यों हैं आप? तो इतने nervous क्यों हैं? Why are you inciting violence?
Let you guys not speak, please. I did not have my say. Come on. Navika, in the past 5 years, the way Modi Sarkar has conducted itself when it comes to premium institutions of the country, including the judiciary, अगर 324 आर्टिकल इन्वोक हुआ और प्रधानमंत्री को अपने दो स्पीचेस बोलने का मौका दिया गया,
अगर आपकी बात मानेंगे तो मोदी को वोट नहीं पड़ेगा.
Navika, when it comes to election commission, it promises to when it comes to election commission, it promises to conduct free and fair elections. But when it gives 5 more grace hours for the Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, that is where the question comes from.
He gave the same 5 hours to Mamata Didi also.
The election commission is biased. No, the election commission was biased.
1 minute. I'm coming to each one of you.
I just need 30 seconds. If these gentlemen could keep quiet for 30 seconds, I'd be very grateful.
No, in the 7-phase election, they've got used to giving election rally speeches.
This is a threefold attack on institutions. One, they are questioning the credibility of institutions like ECI. They are questioning the validity of the EVMs. And the third, and that for me is the scariest thing, is if we lose, there is going to be bloodshed. It is threatening, it is insulting the democracy, it is insulting the voters.
Said this is the last election of the country. Who was he questioning? When Anand Kumar Hegde said they will change the constitution.
That tomorrow exit poll results will be different. They are the same people are saying, right? They are saying that exit poll results are different. In that case, why are they whining about EVMs? You either whine about EVMs or you say exit polls are wrong. You cannot say both the things together.
Well, I want to ask
छोटी बात EVM बहाना है, लीडर और पारिवारिक पार्टियों को बचाना है
और सत्ता को पाना है Well, Jay, I'm coming to you, Mr. Rajgopalan. Jay, I want to just read out the statements made by Mr. Kushwaha, RLSP. Will do anything for safety of votes, will pick up arms to save democracy. Law has given us the freedom, can take any step if there's threat to democracy, and threat to democracy comes when they lose.
Absolutely. No, and this from a place where till Mr. KJ Rao as election commissioner conducted election in Bihar, this was a way of life. This was a way of life in elections. So actually I would say the chickens are coming home to roost.
There were not one, not two, there were 93 meetings when all political parties were explained. This is going to be the process of our elections. You were quiet. 7 phases. You were quiet. Delhi, you won. You were quiet. Tell me something. Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, you were quiet. This is politics of convenience, nothing else.
Politics of convenience, Mr. Rajgopalan.
Navika, one point. I am questioning the timing of opposition raising this issue after the exit poll. Number one. Number two, who is doing this? Chandrababu Naidu. Because Rajshekhar Reddy's son is coming as a chief minister tomorrow. Chandrababu Naidu is totally wiped out in Andhra Pradesh. He has been totally thrashed out in Andhra Pradesh. Similarly, Mamata Didi is going to be totally wiped out from West Bengal scene. That is the reason why these two opposition parties are raising this. And it is high time that President of India take note of this.
Because I gave him the mic, I'm coming to you. Mr. Sanjeev
Just
Srivastava.
one point. December 2018, the same EVMs gave election results. Why have things changed in 6 months?
That's really the starting point. Since 2009 till now, how many elections have been done? Why is this election just such a matter of do or die? Why are these 22 political parties in the opposition coming together, even inciting violence today? Is it because their existential crisis is being questioned? And this only on the basis of exit polls. They're not even ready to wait for the real results to come out.
Well, to be fair, this issuing a call for violence should be condemned in the strongest words. At the same time, I would say that just asking questions cannot be seen as any kind of anti-national activity or anti-democracy.
Questions timing.
Allow me to complete.
The timing of the questions.
How is that correct?
Sorry?
Questions have been answered. The Supreme Court has answered. The Election Commission has answered. Just because you don't like the answer doesn't mean the answer is wrong.
All right. Allow him to respond.
The Election Commission's job is not to placate and mollycoddle you, sir. They have a job and an important job to conduct tomorrow.
Well, you're outnumbered. You're outnumbered here. Be careful. Violence may be incited here as well.
I know.
Here as well.
A day of
the problem with BJP supporters is that they don't even have the patience to listen to other people's in totality because they are so much in love with their own voice. But that's fine. My limited issue was, and it will make, I think, Neha Joshi happy if she listens to me, that the timing of raising this issue at this time raises the questions about validity of the entire electoral exercise, which, like Sadanand said and Nirja also said, is something which India is known and prided for the world over.
What the country has undergone in the past 1 month.
Yes.
So why discredit?
Will you keep quiet, yaar?
Did you boycott it?
But that's exactly what he's saying.
No, that's
exactly what
Hello,
he's saying.
Madam, will you just keep quiet? Wait for your turn, please. Have patience, yaar. Please.
I'm sorry.
I'm just
opposition को भी बोल दीजिए.
Madam Neha,
constitutional agencies look like fools and people lose patience.
Okay.
All right.
आप महान हैं. आप महान हैं.
White flag. Let him. All right.
All right. They are not my people.
Make your point.
And you are not somebody else's people.
Make your point. Make your point.
My limited point is.
This is not the parliament. बैठ जाइए.
My limited point is that at this time, when the election outcome is to be out tomorrow, declared, let us all maintain the sanctity of the process and respect the outcome.
Absolutely.
Not create a situation wherein people start doubting the outcome. And that's what I'm disagreeing with.
Absolutely. And I have to give him an opportunity. Dinakar Lanka.
Navika ji.
अरे coaching classes भी हो रहा है यहाँ पे. Coaching classes भी हो रहा है.
You are pre-coaching.
Navika.
Okay, live coaching is going on.
One small point. Navika, one small point. Navika, one small point. Shefali made a very interesting point in the last segment. She said that in Odisha, state and national elections are happening at the same time. What if there's a split verdict there and it looks like that? Do you still say EVMs are tampered? Why won't they tamper for the state election?
Naveen Patnaik का दर्द इनको महसूस नहीं होगा because he's not part of the 22 opposition parties.
Why will BJP tamper general election and not the state election?
वो दर्द नेहा जोशी को होगा because.
But the common sense is.
BJP is flirting with BJP.
One minute.
That's not the point.
Have you asked question?
I want to ask you. One question that people of this country and people of Andhra Pradesh want to ask the TDP. And that question is, sir, if you win, will you still abuse the Election Commission, the Supreme Court and the EVM?
Very correctly you asked. Yesterday theft not happened is not guarantee for tomorrow theft. It is the answer. That means we fighting for the ballot paper election from 2009 to till now. We did win in 2014. Despite we win 2014 and by elections also we win with EVMs. But still there are huge extent of doubts are in existence among the general public. And then as far as Chandrababu Naidu is concerned, it is very clear that it now standard operating procedures, whatever they are speaking, it converted into Modi operating procedures. That is the problem.
All right. Nalin, I want to ask. 1 minute. Nalin, I want to ask you. They may want ballot papers. It is an option that can be considered. But can it be considered today?
No.
12 hours before counting?
Navika, I think if there is any argument to be made for any kind of reform in the electoral system, that can only be considered after the election. And there's been a long-standing demand by that from various political parties. This is not the time to talk about that. One.
Navika.
Number two, anyone inciting violence is a very dangerous thing. Nobody should be allowed to incite violence. Number three, I don't think...
Navika, why can't Mamta Banerjee control them?
Because right now, election code is going on. Right now, Arjun Singh is bombing trains. Using Bihar Jharkhand goons. Shame on them. Central forces are still there. What are they doing? They are biased. And these people have brought them. Uncultured BJP goons from Bihar Jharkhand. Totally uncultured.
During the Panchayat polls, Mamta Banerjee was in charge.
Has Supreme Court countermanded the election?
Oh, has Supreme Court countermanded the EVMs?
So now you trust in Supreme Court.
Navika, I want to say something.
I just need to make one point.
I am grateful that the mic has reached me. I think the big problem is people, there were some parties who did not accept the mandate of 2014. And you have seen what has happened to them. If you question the legitimacy of a mandate, as some parties did in 2014 and subsequently as they thought Modi had got the vote by deceit. Today you know what is the condition. Therefore, do not question the mandate. Do not try to thwart the mandate. Rather respect the mandate and work to see that you get the mandate.
Yes,
tomorrow I just need to make last point for today. Gentlemen, Mr. Chari, will you please calm down? I just need to make one point here. When you're talking about EVM manipulations, right now in Odisha, state elections happened and central elections happened at the same time, at the same booth. The same people went and cast their votes. Exit polls are saying that BJD is going to win in state elections and BJP is said to make major gains in central elections. Now please tell me, if the EVMs could be manipulated, why would the BJP manipulate only central elections and not state elections?
BJP.
Yeah, it's a good point.
You've spent, Mr. Nishant Verma, 5 years you have spent trying to strip Modi of his mandate. Now, why are you starting now? Mr. Ashutosh, pass the mic to Mr. Ashutosh. Mr. Ashutosh Mishra, Mr. Ashutosh. Yes.
The answer to that lies in a certain gentleman who, before retiring, just before retiring, he was the chief election commissioner, gave a verdict against the opposition party in Delhi. And everybody knows his name.
You tell us
who dismissed 28 MLAs. I think if the figure is right. Aam Aadmi Party MLAs. You remember that chief election commissioner?
I don't remember.
Just before retirement, he did that.
No. Why?
Because that gentleman was appointed by this party, and as the former president Pranab Mukherjee says, it's how the workman handles the tool. How the workman handles his tool. So if you give an AK-47 to a Jawan, he will save the country. If you give an AK-47 to Gundas, they will kill the country.
I'm running out of time. The question I want to ask, and this is for the intelligent 900 people of India who voted in an excruciating 7-phase poll across 2.5 months in the blaring heat in India's summer. I want to ask just one question, viewers. Those who are questioning these EVMs today, 12 hours before counting has to begin, and those who are inciting violence and saying there will be bloodshed if the election doesn't go our way, are they actually following the Constitution? Are they respecting the people's mandate? Is this the democracy that India had fought for and got in 1947? We need to think about that. Is this a free India, or is this India that is captured by vested interests? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going across to the studio because elections are all about numbers. And there's one survey that we've done that give you the numbers as they stand today. Across to that.